the Washington Wizards, off to a very poor start. 3-9, they sit 14th in the East, only behind the 76ers, which that's
That just tells you all.
yeah,
Tells all
that doesn't sit very well. Obviously, last year they missed the playoffs as well, but they did finish with a 41-41 record. They've been the decline for a few years, but we just want to look at where we think where it's all gone so wrong for Washington. Obviously, they have one of the better players in the Eastern Conference in John Wall. They have a guy in Bradley Beal who is incredibly good at what he does. We're talking about 3-point shooting. The main issue for Washington is they banked on Durant wanting to come back to DC.
Yeah.
They
100%.
put all their eggs in one basket, and they didn't even get an interview. They hired his high school coach. They hired like multiple people close to Durant and who had been close to Durant, and they couldn't even get an interview.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
The Richmond Focus on Footy group.
Oh,
we
yeah.
want to get Neil Baum, but we haven't spoken to him.
Yep. And then after they didn't get Durant, they tried for Al Horford. That didn't work. They've also banked on Beal's fitness and his health. He got a massive extension recently. He's already missed 3 games this year. Clearly, you can't expect Beal to play for over 75, 70 games a year because he can't stay healthy.
He's just injury prone.
Exactly. And then you've got Marcin, however you say his first name, Gortat, came out earlier this week and said, I quote, "I think we've got one of the worst benches in the league right now."
You can't
You
say
don't
When
that.
your
say that.
own
You don't-
player.
Can't say. I've got him on my bench in NBA 2K, and that's a bad bench.
You don't
Yeah.
say that.
Well,
It's only early stages of the season, and you're just dissing your whole bench
Your
players.
own
They're going to
team.
be hating them right now.
yeah, Gortat has always been a little bit of a
Loose cannon.
loose cannon, but that's not one of his finest moments.
You
but
don't say that.
No, you just
No.
don't. It's
Gonna
so
be really awkward.
so
in that change room.
destructive to everything you're trying to
Yeah.
build, team chemistry. It's horrible. We'll just look at some of the issues. Obviously, injuries affect as much as teams, don't want to use them as an excuse. They do impact, especially when they're to your star players. Wall has missed multiple games this season. He's also been ejected multiple times this season.
Shouldn't have been. There's
Yes.
one that shouldn't have been. But anyway.
He's not playing like the Great Wall, huh?
No, he's not playing like the Great Wall. Beal as well, as we said, missed 3 games. Their centre that they bought in, Ian Mahimi, paid $16 million for him this year, and he hasn't even been able to get out there yet. So
But-
obviously injuries are going to have an impact there. But some of the things that injuries do not impact, their 3-point percentage. These stats are a game or so old, but nothing's really changed. So they're 31% from deep as a team, and which is
Cool.
26th in the NBA, which in a
Yeah,
league
cool.
that's transitioning to 3-point shooting, and there's a flood of 3-point shooters. That's not impressive, especially when you've got a point guard like John Wall who can create so much space on the perimeter, because when he drives, you have to respect his game around the rim, and he should be getting open looks for the rest of his team. They're last in threes made and attempted per game, and really Beal's the only pure 3-point shooter in their starting 5.
Yeah.
They don't really have anyone else other than Beal, who's a specialist at the 3 ball. Another issue, their bench.
Nothing.
Obviously, Gortat did not make the right decision when he decided to say that, but he may have a point in terms of
It's true.
their bench ability. 25.3 points per game from their reserves, which is second last only to Minnesota's bench. They're second last in rebounds from the bench units and dead last in assists. So
It's
the ball's not
disgusting.
really moving. They're not getting any rebounds and they're not scoring. So, and you look at the names on their bench, like, now bear with me while I try and get all these out, but Marcus Thornton is okay. Sheldon McLennan, Thomas Satoransky, Trey Burke, Andrew Nickerson, Kelly Oubre, who he's young, he's got potential, and Jason Smith. I mean,
Apart from Trey Burke, the rest are just
Exactly.
no-name acts. Let's just
Yeah,
put it out there. I don't know the rest of them. All I know is Trey Burke out of all of them.
that's just, it's not a, especially when they actually spent quite a bit of money this off-season on their bench
Yeah. And
got that.
You got nothing.
Exactly. And then defensively, they're fourth worst in the league in defense. So, yeah, what's gone wrong with Washington? Just about everything has gone wrong with Washington,
Well,
that's
Donald
for sure.
Trump's going to be in Washington soon, so maybe he can
There we go.
Hit 'em
improve
up.
him.
Improve. It wouldn't be hard. And it's going to be interesting because obviously there's been a lot of rumour and talk about the relationship between Wall and Beal. And some people saying they're not friends. Some people saying they are friends, and it's not an issue. If they keep going in this direction, there's going to be a point where Wall is going to ask for someone to be traded in who's a genuine star, or he's going to ask for a trade.
Yeah.
So, interesting times ahead for Washington in terms of what they do with their franchise player in Wall.
They were looking promising a couple of years ago.
They were looking promising a couple of years ago. Finished second in their division, so they've fallen from grace, that's for sure.